What's up, guys? Welcome to Drake's Kitchen, where we're open 247-365. And in this kitchen, there are no rules. Well, actually, we got a big book of rules, except they weren't written. The only one is make great food. All right, so today we're making a Fiesta chicken salad. Well, Fiesta chicken bacon ranch salad. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with first off, first thing, heat the pan. Like to use cast iron. In my other videos I explain why it gives a nice even cooking and it allows it to have an even heat throughout the whole process. But again, while that's cooking, we're going to take this chicken breast. Any kind of chicken breast works. If you're that type, get organic. Don't fall for the scam. Regular organic chicken, when they say, oh, we're not raised with hormones, yeah, you're not allowed to use hormones with your chicken. So don't fall for that scam. So we're going to start with the chicken breast. We're going to be making two salads. I'll attach another video on that. So we're just going to cut this breast right in half. Let's see. You can just cut it right down the middle. Get rid of this sucker. Or actually, we'll put the other breast in here. We'll work with this one breast right here. So we got this breast. We're not going to wash our hands yet. We're still dealing with it. This type of seasoning, it's just, they call it like a carne asada. Basically it's salt, pepper, garlic, chili, lime seasoning, and a little bit of red pepper flavor. Really good, and it goes good with the ranch. So you're going to evenly coat this sucker. We're just going to do the top side. There's a little bit left. We'll save that for later, but we got salmonella all over our hands, so we need to wash up. That pan over there is heating. We're going to use coconut oil. It's a vegan option. You can use butter. You can use butter, but you want to use a high read, so use clarified butter. It doesn't burn as easy. It has a higher smoke point. So we're going to use about a tablespoon of coconut oil. We're going to pop that in the pan. It'll be, probably not a tablespoon, but maybe a teaspoon of coconut oil. That's all we need. While that's melting in the pan, we're going to start on the dressing. The dressing is going to involve about 2 tablespoons of buttermilk, maybe about a tablespoon. I usually eyeball it, but I guess we got to do it professionally, so we'll say a tablespoon. We'll do some sour cream. With the sour cream, we're going to do about also a tablespoon. When you make your salad, you can also eyeball it to see if it needs a more creamy texture. That's for the dressing. We're also going to add a little bit of cheddar cheese. This is a Mexican blend. We'll save the rest for later when we go to top that. You're going to add in some salt and pepper, just to give it a nice tang to it. It's not a super complex dressing. It's going to be pretty simple. And then we're going to add a little bit of parsley. This is for our ranch. Gives it a nice, good flavor to it. The vegetables and the meats and the beans are going to give most of the seasoning in this recipe. So now that we have the dressing, we're going to give that a nice stir. Looks like our pan's getting close to smoke point. Smoke point is what we're looking for. Nice stir, nice creamy texture. You don't want it super runny. You want it kind of have a thickness to it. So now we're going to take our chicken breast. Looks like we're getting close to it. We'll give it maybe 10 more seconds. Swirl this coconut oil around. Make sure it evenly coats it. Take this chicken. The sucker will probably cook for about 2 minutes. It'll be quick. And that's what we're looking for, that nice sizzle. Make sure to separate all the raw chicken from the salads. We'll throw this in the sink. Again, you just touch raw chicken. Make sure to wash your hands thoroughly. Soap and water. Make sure it's warm water. Rinse that off. While that chicken's cooking right there, what we're going to do is start on the toppings and the vegetables. So, first thing, good head of romaine. Want a nice size. You can go ahead and cut that, we'll say right here. Get rid of that, that's a little messy. You want it looking nice. You want to do a fine chop. The fine lettuce, when you have bigger clumps, the dressing doesn't spread as easy. We're looking for a fine chop so we can have the dressing evenly spread throughout. Let's see, maybe about a half Romaine. All right there. Put that up for later. Here our chicken sizzling. We already got that sear, so we can go ahead and turn down the heat just a tad on that chicken. Turn it down from a high heat to a medium high. You don't need to worry about that sear anymore after you got that. So now we're going to take fresh corn. Don't get the already peeled. You need to have the fresh peeled. It tastes better when it's in season, but get the one that's, you got to do all the dirty work and peel it. Don't get them already peeled. You already lose the freshness. Corn doesn't taste as good. You can use canned corn. Don't recommend it at all. It basically cuts the flavor in half. Probably more than that. So we're going to go ahead and just cut this down. A lot more difficult to use this, but it's worth it. Trust me. The taste, the crunch. We aren't even cooking this. Make sure it's raw. Leave it raw. Don't worry about it. It's good. Raw food don't hurt anyone. Oh, I got a little messy right there. If you got pigs, animals, or a garden, you can save this for compost or feed it to the pigs, so they'll appreciate you. Or if you got a local farm, go for it. Now we're going to take bacon. 3 strips, 3.5 strips, depending on the size of the salad. I like to eat a lot, but I'm not cooking for me. Normally I'd use about 10 pieces, but this is from my mom. She's filming right now. She wanted some dinner, so we're going to make her 3.5. So we got a nice smoke. Let's go ahead and get this nice and flipped. Look at that. Got a good crust on the chicken. Got a nice flare out coming there. Looks good. We're going to go ahead and give that a nice little sear. We cut this thin so it'll cook pretty quick. Go ahead and press it down. Turn the heat down just to let it cook through a little bit better. We don't want that seasoning to burn. We do have lemon juice and lime juice in that, and a little bit of sugar, so that'll cause it to burn, so you got to be careful. Bacon, we cooked it. This is already partially cooked, so we're going to go ahead and flip that over. We want a nice crisp feel and taste because we want to give good texture to the salad. We'll give it about 15 seconds. We just put it in 30 seconds. It was already pre-cooked, so just typically how long a bacon would take. Now we're going to start with red onion. These are already chopped up, prepped, ready to go. There's 2 ways to cut an onion. Okay, you got the booties, the top and bottom. I'll get you a regular onion. You got a top and a bottom. So if you want a super pungent onion, go ahead and slice it that way. If you want it less pungent, cut it with the grain. When you cut it with the grain, gets rid of that super oniony taste. So my mom, she likes onions, but not super strong. So we're going to cut it with the grain. We're going to do very thin slice. And we're going to throw some in and save some on the top, on the side for a garnish. Go ahead and put that on the side. Now our chicken, it looks like it's getting a nice smoke. Let's go ahead and slide it around a little, just get some more of that oil on it. Flip your chicken just to make sure we're not burning. Put it on the other side and turn off the skillet. Not yet. Let it finish through. What we're going to do is we're going to take the, where is it? Oh, I'm sorry, fresh mozzarella. We're going to put, it's already pre-sliced, so we'll put about 2 slices on there. We'll make sure some of it gets on the pan, some gets on the chicken. That way we get a nice, even cheese spread on there. Very good. Fresh mozzarella is killer. Don't only get the regular mozzarella. The regular mozzarella tastes good, but not as good as this. Fresh mozzarella is always best. So we still have the skillet on. We'll actually get a little fancy. Slide some of that cheese under that chicken. Gives it a nice cheese crust on it. Make sure we got the cheese touching it, spread it around. And we'll leave that there just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and shut it off right about now. It's cast iron, so it's still hot, still cooking through. Got the tomato, guys. Sorry. There we go. Got a tomato back. So now what we're going to do with the tomato, we're going to save this for the garnish. So we're going to slice it nice and thin. Thin slices. Almost like paper thin. If you're just cooking just to eat it, you don't have to worry about getting fancy, but very thin right there. He's about a half tomato. She doesn't like tomatoes at all, but I told her it's got to go with the recipe. It makes it good. So we're going to save this for the garnish as well. This is our salad here. Go ahead and throw the dressing. I like to use a bowl so we can mix it around, but again, we don't waste here, so go ahead and use one of those squeegee like things just to get all of that in there. Now we're going to toss this sucker. Alright, so we got a little bit cream spread through there. It looks even enough. Now we're going to take, this is like a black bean with enchilada sauce. You can use canned enchilada soup if you want. But mainly the main part is getting those fresh black beans in there. Again, waste not, want not. Get all that sauce in. We're going to mix that up. Looks fairly evenly coated. Let's go ahead and get the plate so we can plate this sucker. Go ahead and get the squeegee all in the plate. The reason we toss it before is to spread all that dressing through. A lot of people like to put all the toppings in and then just go ahead and put the dressing right on top. But I say, what in the world? This is horrible, because basically all you eat is dressing in one bite and the next is just dry lettuce. No one likes that. So now you're going to take your bacon, crumble it right on top. You can get fancy and chop it if you want, but I like to have that spread through. That way you get big chunks of bacon, small chunks. I like the big chunks though, so I just leave them big. That way I get bacon in every bite. Now we're going to spread the cheddar cheese right on top. Gives it a good color and texture as well. Now this is crumbled queso fresco. This is a Mexican type of cheese. It also adds a good flavor to it. Crumble some of it and go ahead and leave a bit of clumps. That way people like to snack on the cheese. It's actually called Mexican snacking cheese. That's another name for it. Go figure. Alright, so now we're going to take the tomatoes, spread them evenly across. Give them a nice look to it. Throw a little bit of the leftover onion on top. You don't want big pieces, you want those small pieces. And then we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of chopped cilantro. I chopped this before the video just so you guys can not have to watch me chop cilantro. No one likes that. Put that right on top. Now, this is the pisto de resistance. It is the chicken. So we got the cheese melted. We're going to go ahead and put this sucker right here. I'll bring it over to you guys so we can chop it up nice and easy. So I want to show you that little trick that we did. We put this on the chicken breast. You see, I lifted it up so it kind of pulls it off, but look, we seared the cheese into the chicken, gives it that good flavor. So now you can go ahead and fine slice this. You don't want too thick, you don't want too thin. You see how it's so juicy right here. Perfectly cooked chicken. You want, they say always cook out all the pink. You want a little bit. You see how you kind of have a little bit of pink right in the direct center. You don't want that on the outside, right in the direct center. So now we're going to go ahead and put that piso de resistance right on top of there. Put that on the side, cheese crust, and we're going to go ahead and top it with a little more cilantro. And there you go. That's creamy Parmesan or Fiesta chicken bacon parmesan salad. Thanks for watching.